Welcome to Peak Focus, where we help you build a stronger, more resilient mind for 2026 and beyond. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most powerful skills you can ever learn, training your brain to think positive every single day. This isn't about wishful thinking or pretending problems don't exist. This is about neuroscience, practical habits, and fundamentally changing your relationship with your own mind. By the end of this video, you'll have a complete roadmap to rewire your thought patterns for success, happiness, and unshakable confidence. Let's start with a foundational truth. Your brain believes what you tell it. It doesn't really know the difference between a real event and a vividly imagined one. If you constantly feed it thoughts of doubt, fear, and negativity, your brain will produce the corresponding emotions, stress, anxiety, and a feeling of being stuck. Life starts to feel heavy, like you're wading through mud. But if you consciously and consistently train it to focus on possibility, solutions, and strength, everything changes. Your brain will generate energy, clarity, and the motivation to take action. This is the secret that separates those who feel in control of their lives from those who feel controlled by their circumstances. The key takeaway is this: positive thinking isn't a personality trait you're born with. It's a skill you develop. So what does this look like in practice? Let's break down point 1. Your thoughts directly create your reality. Think of it this way. A thought is like a seed. A negative thought, like "I'm going to fail this presentation," plants a seed of anxiety. Your body responds by releasing stress hormones like cortisol. Your heart might race, your palms might sweat, and your confidence plummets. You're living the failure before it even happens. Now, flip the script. A positive thought, like "I am well prepared and I can handle any questions that come my way," plants a seed of confidence. Your brain releases dopamine and serotonin, the feel-good neurotransmitters. You feel calm, focused, and energized. You're stepping into success. The external situation, the presentation's the same. The only thing that changed was the internal narrative. Your thoughts are the filter through which you experience the world. Change the filter, and you change your entire experience. Now, this leads to a very common misconception, which is point 2. Positive thinking is not fake positivity. This is so important. Real positive thinking is not about ignoring problems or slapping a smiley face sticker on a difficult situation. That's called denial, and it's counterproductive. True positive thinking is about acknowledging the reality of a situation, seeing the challenges clearly, and then consciously choosing to focus your mental energy on what you can control and the potential solutions. It's the difference between saying "this is a disaster," "I'm doomed," and "this is a tough challenge." What's the first step I can take to start solving it? One leads to paralysis, the other leads to progress. It's about being a strategic optimist. You see the world for what it is, but you choose to interact with it in the most useful and empowering way possible. You are in control of your response, not in denial of the problem. So how do we actually build this skill? This brings us to the core of our message today. Point 3. You have to train your brain daily. Just like you can't go to the gym once and expect to be fit for life, you can't just think one positive thought and expect a permanent mindset shift. Consistency is everything. What you repeat, your brain accepts as truth. Your neural pathways are like trails in a forest. The more you walk down a certain path, the wider and easier it becomes to travel. By repeating positive thought patterns, you are literally carving new, more efficient neural pathways in your brain. So let's get practical. Here are 3 simple daily habits to start this training. First, start your day with positive self-talk. Before you even check your phone, spend 1 minute affirming your capabilities. Say something like, "Today is a new opportunity, and I have the strength and focus to make the most of it." Second, actively replace disempowering language. Catch yourself when you say, "I can't." Immediately reframe it to "I am still learning how to," or "what do I need to do to be able to." This tiny shift moves you from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset. Third, train your brain to become solution-oriented. When a problem arises, resist the urge to dwell on what went wrong. Instead, immediately ask yourself, what are 3 possible solutions right now? This trains your brain to automatically look for a way forward instead of getting stuck in the past. These small, daily actions compound over time, fundamentally rewiring your automatic thought processes. Next, we need to talk about your surroundings, because point 4 is that your environment programs your mind. You could be doing all the internal work, but if your external world is constantly feeding you negativity, you're fighting an uphill battle. Think of your mind as a garden. You can plant beautiful flowers, but if you're constantly letting weeds from your environment creep in, the garden won't flourish. Your environment includes what you watch on TV and social media, what you listen to in podcasts and music, and most importantly, who you choose to spend your time with. If your feed is full of outrage and your conversations are full of complaints, that becomes your mental baseline. The rule is simple. Positive input leads to positive output. Make a conscious audit of your environment. Unfollow accounts that make you feel bad. Limit time with people who constantly drain your energy. Curate your surroundings to support the mindset you are working so hard to build. Fill your world with inspiration, knowledge, and people who lift you up. Finally, let's talk about one of the most powerful mindset hacks available to us, and that's point 5, gratitude. If positive thinking is the gym for your mind, gratitude is the superfood that fuels it. From a neurological perspective, practicing gratitude literally rewires your brain. When you consciously look for things to be thankful for, you activate the brain regions associated with dopamine and serotonin. It forces your brain out of its natural negativity bias, that ancient survival mechanism, that always scanning for threats. Instead, you're training it to scan for the good. Here's a simple but life-changing habit. Every night before bed, write down 3 specific things that went well during your day and why. It could be as small as I enjoyed a warm cup of coffee this morning because it gave me a moment of peace. Doing this consistently trains your brain. Reticular activating system, its attention filter to automatically search for and notice positives throughout your day. You're not just finding positivity, you're building the muscle that finds it for you. So let's bring this all together with the most important statement of this video. You don't find a positive life, you build one. You don't stumble upon positivity, you train for it, day in and day out. It's an active, conscious, and empowering process. By understanding that your thoughts shape your reality, rejecting fake positivity, training your brain with daily habits, curating your environment, and practicing gratitude, you are taking complete ownership of your mental and emotional well-being. This is the path to a stronger, more focused, and more fulfilling life. This is peak focus. If you recommitted to building a stronger mindset for 2026, and you want more strategies to unlock your full potential, make sure you subscribe to the channel right now. And if you're ready to start training your mind every single day, let me know in the comments by writing the word positive. Thank you for watching, and let's get to work.